Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the EFRAG Update podcast, your source to update on the European angle of international financial reporting. I'm Didrik Thrane-Nielsen, Project Director at EFRAG. Together with my colleague Tamara Eiffes, we will bring you the latest news from EFRAG, including recent meeting highlights from the EFRAG Financial Reporting Board, EFRAG FRB, and EFRAG Financial Reporting Technical Expert Group, EFRAG FRTEG, on ongoing projects as well as open consultations and recent endorsement updates. Let's get started. Tamara, what about the open consultations?
Glad you asked, Didrik. So EFRAG is currently having two consultations open that listeners may want to contribute to. First, we have EFRAG survey on the current practices in dynamic risk management, and we are accepting responses until the 31st of July 2025. The second one is the request for feedback on the draft endorsement advice for IFRS 19, which deals with disclosures for subsidiaries without public accountability. That consultation closes on the 3rd of September 2025. Listeners can find more details and submit their input through the EFRAG consultation page on our website. This brings us to one of the most important activities of EFRAG, which is to provide endorsement advice to the European Commission. Didrik, is there anything new that our listeners should be made aware of?
Yes, there is. Although we have not provided any draft endorsement recommendation or final endorsement recommendation this month, yesterday the EU endorsement of the amendments to IFRS 9 and IFRS 7 relating to nature-dependent electricity contracts were announced. The amendments are applicable for annual financial reporting starting on the 1st of January 2026 or later. With the announcement of the endorsement, these amendments may now be early adopted in the Q2 or H1 interim reporting. As you know, those amendments will impact the own use assessment, the hedging, and the disclosure requirements. Listeners will find more information on our website. Now, let's move to the main takeaways from the June meetings. EFRAG FRB held on the 5th and EFRAG FRTEG held on the 12th. Please note that you can find the recordings on our website. Tamara, can you walk us through the projects that have been discussed?
Yes, Didrik. 4 projects were discussed. Let's start with the EFRAG's research project on connectivity between financial and sustainability reporting. EFRAG FRB members reviewed and commented on the draft content of the upcoming discussion paper. In the meeting, the decision was taken to postpone its publication to November 2025 to allow further coordination with EFRAG's sustainability reporting pillar. The project was also discussed during the FRTAC meeting, where members provided their comments to the draft chapters of the upcoming discussion paper, including the illustrations. New meetings will be held before the publication of the discussion paper. Next, let's have a look at the statement of cash flow project. Here, when we talk about project, we should highlight that we are talking about 2 projects. One is the EFRAG research project, and on the other hand, we have the ISB's project called Statement of Cash Flows and Related Matters. During June, EFRAG members gave feedback on the ISB tentative decisions regarding improvement to the Statement of Cash Flows under IS7. They expressed broad support for the direction, scope, and proposed timeline of the project. For the EFRAG research project on cash flows, the EFRAG Secretariat is currently analyzing the received comment letters on the discussion paper that was issued in November 2024. Further, we have the ISB project translation to hyperinflationary presentation currency. EFRAG FRTAG discussed and concurred with the tentative decision made by the ISB in May 2025 based on the feedback that the ISB received on the exposure draft. In addition, FRTAC members were updated on additional application concerns raised by regional standard setters related to IS 29, financial reporting in hyperinflationary economies. Now, lastly, let's talk about rate-regulated activities. EFRAG FRTAC members received an educational session on the prospective IFRS standard for regulatory assets and regulatory liabilities, which builds on the 2021 exposed draft. No decisions were made, but members will come through the sessions, particularly on complex areas, to prepare for the endorsement process.
Thank you for those updates, Tamara. That's it for the EFRAG update this month. In the next episode, we will update you on the main takeaways from the joint meeting between EFRAG FRTEG and EFRAG CFSS and the EFRAG FRTEG meeting that took place on the 1st of July, as well as the EFRAG FRB meeting on the 17th of July. Be sure to check the consultation deadlines if you'd like to provide your input, and stay tuned for further developments. Thank you for listening. If you found this update useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share, and stay informed on the future of reporting. Until next time.